Hello. Still lunchtime, people are coming in. A bit too early to start a session. So welcome to this advanced flow session. Very long title, Energize Mission Critical Enterprise Business Process with Microsoft Flow. So actually, I will provide two advanced sessions. This is the first one. And tomorrow at 11 something, I will show you how to become a flow superhero. But if you are here, you are already on the way to become a flow superhero. And in this session, I would like to answer the following key questions. Is flow very easy? Is it expensive? Is it robust enough for enterprise application? Do I need to use a third-party tool instead of flow? Any flow showstopper? And I will describe, well, I will answer this question based on my experience. So it's my experience, it's not Microsoft experience. After 3 years of using flow almost every day, except during a Saturday, and on 12 enterprise flow projects. So I'm Dr. Flow. I will have to change my name. My mom didn't call me Dr. Flow. I'm MVP in Office 365 and also MVP in business application. And I'm based in Brussels, in Belgium. This is the agenda of the session. So we'll start with something very important that I call the power architecture. We will have a lot of demos. I will keep the question for the end of the question for the end, right? So I will be in the hall after the session during 20 minutes just to answer your question if you have any question. So usually when you use Flow and Power Apps, so the Power Platform, you work with the business. So you iterate very fast, you create quickly many prototypes, and the IT is not used to that way of working. Usually the Power Platform is quite new for IT people. Who is part of IT here? IT? Business? So most of you are IT. Okay, right? And so I'm working on a kind of a reference architecture, and this is one of the first pillars. That's how I describe my application in the context of the Power Platform. So I define different layers. So we have, for instance, at the bottom, the storage layer. So that's where we have SharePoint list, document libraries, SQL Server, Azure Analysis Service, Common Data Service, and many other data sources. Then on top of that, we have the business layer, and Flow play the major role in this in the business layer. On top of that, we have the user interface layer, where you can have SharePoint forms, Power Apps forms, SharePoint views, search component, Dynamics view, Dynamics forms, etc. And in many cases, customers want to have some insight on your business process. So that's why usually we need an analytics layer. That's where we are going to use Power BI. So in the analytics layer, I'm going to add the data set, the report, and the dashboard. And also, we need a logging layer, because application can crash, problem can happen, so you need to store this information in different places. You need to log that locally for the business, so the business should be aware that something wrong happened, so you need to keep a trace of that, but also you need to log that centrally. So depending on the company, you can use different kind of a central place for logging your errors or your warning. So in my case, I usually use Azure Application Insight. You need a communication layer. So I've noticed that it is important to mention that your flow will communicate with people, will send message, notification, etc. So the communication layer should be mentioned. So for instance, we use Exchange Online. You might have other layers. Example, let's say you want to create a flow that merge several PDF together in one single PDF. There's no out-of-the-box component for doing that in Flow. So you need to buy a third party. Now, if you use the third party, your document will be sent outside. So depending on your data classification, this might not be authorized. That's why you need to mention that in this picture so that the IT can be aware of that. That's very important. This is the communication between these layers. So the UI layer can directly communicate with the storage layer, or sometime, in the case of Power Apps, the UI layer can call a flow to communicate with the storage layer. Example, you have a Power Apps, you want to call a store procedure, a SQL Server store procedure. Power Apps cannot do that directly. It needs to call a flow. And that's actually a very great architecture. This solves some scalability issue with Power Apps. The analytics layer can fetch information directly from the storage layer. And of course, the business layer directly communicate with the logging layer and with the communication layer, right? So that's my point of view, right? So this is not official. Well, it's official for me. Like for any tools, there are limitations, so you need to be aware of this limitation, and there are patterns. So I'm using this slide in every session, and the slide change all the time because the flow team fix things. We still have this limitation. Flow duration is 30 days. After 30 days, your flow stops. There's no trace of your flow anymore. For some people, that's not good. So we need to go beyond 30 days. So if you need that, it's not always the case, then last year, I've proposed what I call a controller pattern that I will describe in a demo. So you can go beyond 30 days. There's no limitation with that. Flow approval duration used to be 30 days. No, it's fixed. We can go beyond 30 days. So approval information are stored in the common data service. And if you want to manage approval change, like accepting, rejecting, or something else, you can, if you want, use the new common data service trigger when a record is updated, which is premium, by the way, require a premium license. Or, if you are poor, like me, you can use the control pattern. 250 action per flow. If you want more, you can raise a ticket, or you can create a nested flow, a flow call another flow. You will see an example. Loops, we still have this limitation. 5,000 iteration in a do until, but you can create embedded do until, so you can go beyond. However, if you do that, your flow can become slow. In many cases, it doesn't matter. 5,000 in apply to each. If you use premium, you get 100,000. Now we have guest access in Flow. So external user can take part of your approval. That is new. If you want to do that, you need to, well, IT need to add the external user as a guest in an AAD, and an Office 365 license need to be assigned to this external user. I will show you an example. There's no state machine in Flow. How many people know what a state machine is? A few. I will show you 2 business cases that illustrate state machine. Code reusability is possible now in Flow. You will see another example. But again, the controller pattern solves state machine and also provide a very nice way to have code reusability. The application lifecycle management and DevOps story in Flow and Power Apps are quite weak, especially in Flow. So you don't have a history versioning. However, there are some new components. So the Power Platform Azure DevOps component are in preview. In my case, what I do is I still use the old export way. So I export my flow. Excuse me. I unzip the zip file. I make a search and replace. So that takes 10 minutes per flow, more or less, because the SharePoint, if you use SharePoint list, they are still based on the list GUID. So if you moved from dev to test to production, you are still stuck. So you just make a search and replace. That's not a big deal. However, if you are aware that there's a new feature in Flow, a new automation feature, Flow UI, you can easily automate this part as well. You cannot resume a flow. So if a flow stops somewhere, a flow crashes somewhere, you cannot restart the flow from where it stopped. So this is in the roadmap. So you need to be aware of that. And also, no, there's no limitation in the number of instances of flow that you can start. However, there is a new limitation, which is what we call API calls. An API calls is like calling an action or calling a connector. And limitation is 500 calls per 5 minutes per user, floating window, plus, depending on your license, flow license, for instance, in the case of Office 365 license, is 2,000 calls per 24 hours, which is more than enough for most people, okay? So this is important. 30-day limitation, 30 days limitation. Well, most of the time, you don't have to care about that. You can have, for instance, someone put a document in a SharePoint document library, a flow start, the flow does some process, and the flow ends. I mean, it's less than 30 days, right? So most of the time, you don't need to worry about that. In some time, especially when you have to deal with approval, then you have to raise a question. A way to manage that is to, for instance, terminate the flow before the flow complete, before the 30 days limitation, like 29 days. Or another one is to restart the flow after 29 days. But if you restart it, your code can be very messy unless you use the controller pattern. That's why I did create this pattern. So let's take a look at the first demo. So in this demo, I will illustrate how you need to manage a flow, the 30 days. So this is a normal flow. I have two branches, main, that's where most of my code is. And in main, I create an approval, and I wait for approval. If you want to manage that in your flow, you need to have a write branch with a counter, do until, for instance, 25 days. So in this loop, you will delay for 1 day. You will increment the counter. And if you go beyond the loop, that means something wrong happened. So you go beyond 25 days, so you need to alert management. You always need someone, a group of people who manage approval, by the way. And also, very important, you need to cancel the approval. So you need to remove the approval from the user dashboard, the approval dashboard. And you can do that by using the update a record, the CDS action update a record. So where you can specify that this approval, you provide the ID, will be complete, status expired, etc. So you remove that up. But this requires premium. That's important. Now, other thing is the state machine. We don't see anymore. Yep. Yeah, it's the wrong one. Okay, state machine. Let me explain what a state machine is and how you need to deal with that. Two business cases. They are very old business cases. First, we have a user that publishes a legal document somewhere in the internet. This document will have to go to different approval process, different approval. So he published the document, and then it needs to be approved. This document needs to be approved by a group of people called advisors. If it's approved, then it will go to a group of people called secretary office that will approve the style, for instance. And then we have the big boss that will validate the final document, and then the document can be visible to the outside world. That is very easy to implement in Flow. The problem is if you want to get back. So if the boss rejects, if the secretary office reject, so you have to reuse your code. If the advisors reject, if the boss redirect to the secretary office, to the advisor, or to the user. How can we deal with that? So in 2017, I did propose a pattern, which is a loop with switch. The problem is this pattern cannot manage the 30 days limitation. So we have something better. Another example of state machine, which is the one I will illustrate in the demo, users submit a travel expense. So an employee submits a travel expense, and then this expense must be approved by a first-line manager. If the first-line manager doesn't react on time, this will escalate to the big boss, right? And if the big boss doesn't react on time, the big boss will be asked again and again and again until he reacts. So the way we solve this is by using the controller pattern. So you split your flow in two categories of flow, red, normal flow, and green, service flow. Later on, I will show the implementation. So, example, the travel expense is created in a SharePoint list, a flow start. This is what I call the launcher flow, right? A normal flow. But then the launcher flow need to, in a way or in another, call the line manager, ask the line manager to approve. And you see there is a timeout in this operation, in this flow in green. And if the line manager doesn't approve, the flow will have to redirect to the big boss. So the idea is that if you want to do something clean, maintainable, scalable, you need a guy in the middle. You need a controller. Developers know what the MVC pattern is. Are there any developers in the room? The model view controller, yes. So this is an example of model view controller applied to flow. So the controller will be called by the launcher flow. The controller knows who to ask in the first place. In this case, it's the line manager. The line manager, so it will call a flow. The line manager can say approve, reject, or doesn't say anything, in which case timeout message will be sent back to the controller. And then, if the line manager didn't approve on time, the controller knows that it has to ask the big boss to react. Same story. A message will be sent back to the controller, could be reject, approved, or it doesn't react, then a message called timeout will be sent back to the controller. So that works very well. If you take this kind of flows, there are several flows, you know exactly where to go, where to change. You will see that. The implementation, I did several implementations. The first implementation was I make my flow, my service flow as web service. So the trigger was HTTP request, so they become a web service. And I call the web service by using the HTTP action. But then the flow team made that premium. So that was very funny. Then I moved to a database. I put a message in the database associated with the item that you need to approve, and the flow run ID. Okay, that worked very well. And then the flow team made that premium. So I use something that I really love, which is a service bus. You just put a message in the service bus, and then another flow is triggered. Worked very well. Guess what? Yes. So now I have a solution that will always work. You just put a message in your SharePoint list with your flow ID and the item you need to approve, and this will never be premium. I can guarantee that. Now, the good news is there is a new action that I will show you at the end of the session, which is the run HL flow. It has been released 2 weeks ago, I think, 2 weeks ago, yes. So let's get back to the business scenario. After 1 year, my customer came back to me and said, we have a new requirement. Because your flow creates too many approval. People are bored from this approval in their mailbox. So you need to minimize them. Fine. So I found a way to do that because in my controller pattern, what I did is I added a new branch here that I've called the virtual bus. So the virtual bus, what is the virtual bus? It's a machine learning. So we did create a machine learning that analyzes the previous human approvals. And based on this information, the machine can say, oh, you ask for a travel to Tokyo for $900. Well, it will probably approved with this probability level, right? So if it's big enough, then okay, it's approved, right? Well, my lesson learned from the film, a machine should never reject something. A machine can approve, right? So that worked very well, and this proved that this pattern can be really extended. But then the customer came with another suggestion or requirement. Don't approve anymore if we reach the maximum monthly expense. Yes. So I found a way to solve this in a nice, elegant way. So let's switch to the demo, a long demo. Okay. So my customer lives in team. So the customer is actually an hedge fund, let's call it Contours of Finance, is in a team, and in the team, we have a dashboard that shows the different expenses. So this comes from SharePoint. I will show the SharePoint, otherwise the screen will be too small. So this is my dashboard. You can see the different expenses. You can see that some of them are approved, in progress, rejected. So some of the data are powered by Flow. So we have more details, so we can filter, we can do many things. And the data are, in this case for the demo, in reality it was SQL Server, stored in a SharePoint list. You can see the different travels with the amount, the category, and the status. Some are approved, some are rejected. You can manually start an approval. You cannot manually start an approval if it's in progress. And some approval are pending. We have reached a corporate limit for this month, right? So user can use a Power Apps application to put information in there, or they can use the SharePoint list forms. And when you put a new expense, a flow starts. This is the first flow that starts, the launcher flow, when a new expense is created. Just for information, in this flow, I did some validation. So we have a new feature in Flow called the trigger condition. So you can prevent the flow from starting if some conditions are not met. So example, if amount is empty, or if you use SharePoint, if the content type is not expense, for instance, right? So that's very, very interesting. And then the flow, there is a try and a catch. The flow called the controller. He called the controller, and he passed the information concerning the item to be validated, right? So here, and the controller will call the first actor, which in this case is the virtual boss, the machine learning. And in Flow, we just ask the machine learning, can you approve this expense? So we call a web service here. We pass the expense information, the machine, and the machine returns reject, approve, and the probability. We analyze the probability, so we call that virtual boss. We analyze the probability. If it's greater than 0.8, that means, okay, that's fine, we can trust the machine. And then we call back the controller and we say, okay, we know. So I'm the virtual boss. This expense has been requested by this guy, this expense, and the response is this. Okay? Otherwise, we call the controller and we say, controller, I'm the virtual boss and I don't know. That's it. So the controller knows exactly what to do next. If the probability is too low, then the controller will ask the line manager to approve. Will ask a human. And there is some new feature in this demo. So it's a service flow when a HTTP request is received. So it's a web service. And in the try here, in this scope, we try to find information about the line manager. But more interestingly is that we post an adaptive card in a channel. Indeed, my customer use Teams, and we have a channel for the procurement team. And here we post an adaptive card about your expense. You can fully brand this adaptive card with your logo company and do whatever you want. So that's pretty good. And manager, line manager, and big boss are part of this channel. And if they want, the line manager or anyone in the company can create a flow, a personal flow, that will be triggered if there is some specific message in the channel. So for instance, you can create your own personal flow and you check if the word new expense is in this channel, then I want to be alerted. You get some notification in Teams. The notification looks like this. Okay, the same. So you know that you have to go to the channel and watch the discussion. Then what I do is this. I create an approval. So I create an approval by using the new approval action. I do that in 2 steps. So create an approval and wait for an approval. There are many benefits of these actions. One of them is that you can create an approval in one flow and wait in another flow. But what I really like is that when you create an approval, you get an adaptive card. And you can post this adaptive card, you can send this adaptive card to the approver. And the benefit is you can brand this adaptive card, which means that if I take if I show you what the approval will get something that looks like this, which is much more sexy than a message in Outlook. So you can brand that fully. You can brand the button. That's my own icon, custom icon, reject, etc. So that's more sexy than before, okay? So we brand that here. That's easy. So to create an adaptive card, you can go to adaptivecard.io. There is a designer. You can create your own adaptive card. That's very easy. I really love it. Okay, and then we wait for the approval, and then if the line manager doesn't react on time, because we use the configure run after, which means that if this one is in timeout, then call the controller and say, hey, I'm line manager, I'm in timeout for this request. And the line manager will call the big boss, etc., etc. So it's very, very flexible. Also, all information related to my approval is stored somewhere, because the approval is kept for about 30 days in Common Data Service. In the case of my company, approval are more important than that. They have a that's legal information. So we keep a trace of all the approval, okay, in a SharePoint list or in a SQL Azure database. So user can watch this live. They can follow the approval process live. And if you find that this is not friendly enough, this is what we did create. So perhaps people click next to the expense, and they can follow live the approval. So this was the expense Antwerp, transportation 100,000. Rejected, started by this guy. We asked Isabel van Campenau to approve or reject. She didn't react. It has been escalated 3 times to the big boss here, and you can follow the process. And the answer was much too expensive. I need more details. Rejected, boom, right? So business want that. Also, we can follow every expense. So example here, we have created a way with Power BI that allows us to follow a specific expense. So you click on the next specific expense here, and you can see that this one has been submitted to Isabel van Campenau this time. So we have a timeline here. Let me show you the timeline. You see the timeline here? Escalate to this guy, escalate to this guy, and finally this guy reacted. You see the legend here with the picture, the colors. Okay, so we can fully follow everything. If you remember, one of the business requirements was that if we reach a maximum amount of expense, all the approval must be pending. How did we implement that? Well, in Power BI, we did create in our dashboard a tile, total expense. So we sum up the total expense for the month. And then we have created an alert, 2 alerts. First one, we reach the company expense limit. The second one, we are within the company expense limit. And the logic is the following. In Power BI, it's very easy. If above this, then you get this alert. So when this alert is triggered, so 8 times a day, it's triggered because we use the Power BI Pro, so you can only, well, more than 8 times. So you can ask for every hours, actually. So actually, you can hook up a flow to this alert. So example, if we reach the maximum company limit expense, then this flow will be triggered. You see, we can get the alert name here, and then the flow will do something. So it will update a variable somewhere in the SharePoint list. And the expense will be pending. And the other way around, if we are within the company expense, we have a flow that will be triggered, and the flow will update this value somewhere and will restart the pending approval. So you need that. Okay, so let's switch to something else. This slide illustrates the machine learning that we did create. I did create that with my business partner, Isabel van Campenau. So this is the machine learning in Azure Machine Learning Studio. So it's not very complicated to do that. Now we have AI add-ins in Power Apps that allow you to do that, but this is probably less expensive, to be honest. Okay, I'm working on new generation of the controller model, like, for instance, I will have a new branch, listen to reaction that will listen to the new approval information, okay, from common data service. Okay, I will skip this one. Also, very important is when you create service flow, your flow has a public address. This can be dangerous. So you need to protect your flow. And you can protect it. So this is when an HTTP request is received flow. So it has a public address. You can protect it by using the Azure API management service. So you can, for instance, say, oh, I want this URL provided by your flow to become this, for instance, which is more user-friendly. Or you can say, oh, I want to prevent people to call my flow too often. You can provide some kind of throttling. Or you can say, you can only use call my flow if you come from this and this IP address. So that's very, very easy to implement with the Azure API management service. So if you put throttling, the caller will get the infamous error 429. So don't forget, that is important. Next, flow and citizen developers. And to illustrate that, I will take an example here. Okay, so I did implement an automatic badging system because I want to have my timesheet, and I want my timesheet to be generated automatically. So I've used the new geofence trigger when I enter or exit an area. And here I've defined a region. So this is one of my customers here in Belgium, in Brussels. If you get within 6 meters of this region, then the flow will trigger. You just need to have the flow up in your pocket, and the flow will trigger automatically if you get in or if you get out. So the system knows exactly when you get in or when you get out. And that's very, very useful because in this case, what I do is I store this information in my SharePoint list. Many users can use the same SharePoint list, so several users can have their own timesheet. And I did create another flow, so people can call this flow. It's a button flow. You click on a button, you select the month you want to get a timesheet for, like August, for instance, and the system will do different things. It will first calculate the time, so calculate the difference between your checking and your checkout in the SharePoint list sequentially. It will generate a report, and I can show you the report. The report looks like this, okay? So it's a PDF, and you see the details here. We see, maybe need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so total day work 7.2, month August, and you see the different checking, checkout, the number of hours work, location, and when. And to do so, I've used a new component, a new connector, which is the word connector, which require premium. So in my flow, I check if you use premium or not. You will see that there is another way to do that. And what I've done is this. I have a select statement that returns an array of activities, my activities for this month. I use the populated Microsoft Word template, which is very nice because you can predefine a Word template in Word. Oh, this is not Word. Word is this one. Okay, so this is my template in Word. You can see that in your template, you can put content control. You can name them. You can have repeating section content control. So if you want a list of values. And you can dynamically put data in there. So populate a Microsoft Word template. Template come from here. Total is this. Month is this. And this is my list of value. I put that here. And then you create a file, docx file. You can convert it to PDF. And you put it in your OneDrive for Business, for instance. And you can send it if you want. If you don't have premium, then there is another way which provides the same look and feel. You can use a create HTML table, which play like the select statement. And then you can create a document from this HTML, create HTML table. You can brand it if you want. So you get an HTML file, and you can convert this one into a PDF, and eventually you'll get something that looks like this for free. But more complex to maintain, because we all like the Word template approach. Okay? And also, I forget to mention this, which is, of course, in your flow, the next part is you need, of course, to communicate or to send the PDF by email or in a mobile notification. Flow and developers. Sometimes you need developers in-house, and developer activities, well, developers really like Flow. Their activities is the following. They like integrating Flow in their application, because if you can do something with Flow, most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it's easier to do it with Flow than by writing code. Also, you can call REST API from Flow. Sometimes you need to call external API. It's not always easy to do so. I will show you a demo. So sometimes you need some dev or IT skills if you want to create enterprise flows. But this requires premium. And if you want to encapsulate the complexity of calling an external API, you can create, of course, a custom connector, which is not very complicated, but this requires premium as well. Of course, developer can create backend service. So for instance, Azure function, things like this. So let's take a look at this, the next demo. So this Power Apps is a Power Apps that allow user to request a theme. And in this company, we have a naming convention which is quite complex. We cannot implement that by using the Azure AD Premium because it's too complicated. But if a user requests a theme, for instance, you just need to provide a theme. Okay, and click create, and the Power Apps will call a flow, and the flow will do all the work. Let's move to the flow. In the meantime, it can take a few seconds. It's called this Power Apps, this flow. This flow starts with the Power Apps trigger, and you need to do different things. Because if you want to create a team, you need to create a group and attach a team to the group. To create a group, you need to check that you don't have a group with the same name in your tenant. Okay? So for all these actions, you need to call the Graph API. Example, you want to get the list of groups. Well, you need to call the following Graph API. But Power User cannot do that because to call the Graph API, you need to define an application in a tenant, in the Azure AD tenant, which will give you, you need to provide the permission that you need. You will get a secret ID, you need a user ID. Okay, a client ID and a user ID, which is like a password. So this is typically something that IT should do. But using that is not very complicated. You pass this information here, and you call the Graph API, and that works. So get the list of group, and then create the group. Okay, create the group, same logic, you call the Graph API, you pass information. And when the group is created, you need to attach a team to the group. The problem is that there is a synchronization issue between the group creation and the team. So sometimes you have to wait a few seconds. You have to try several times until it works. So it's a bit too complex. So here I have a loop, do until, where I try to create a team. And I try again and again until I get the status to a 1, which is successful. See? And also, to create a team, I had to create a graph. I have to call a Graph API. At that time, the Graph API came with only delegated permission. There are two kinds of permission in the Graph API, delegated permission or application permission. Delegated permission means the API needs to get the user consent. But this, since this runs on the server, having the user consent does not make sense. So you need, if you want to call an API, a Graph API with delegated permission, you need to create a custom connector. And when you create a custom connector, you provide the maker consent. Okay, so I had to create the custom connector. So it took me, instead of, initially I thought it would take something like 2 hours to create a team. But to make that enterprise ready, it took me 2 days. So you might be surprised. Something very important is some action that you perform with Power Apps and Flow, like if you create a Power App, or you create a Flow, or you start a new Flow trial, or you start a new Power Apps trial, this information can surface out into the Office 365 event log. And that's important, because you might alert the IT. So IT can be alerted if someone does that. Let's say someone creates a new Flow or new Power Apps. You can hook up a Flow that alerts IT, which means that this Flow will send an information to IT, will send the policy information to the user who did create the flows. So you want to create a flow, your flow naming convention is this. Don't forget that you cannot send document outside. That's the policy, okay, etc., etc. So you can start a kind of very nice governance just by hooking up a flow with this event log. Okay, so doing that is quite easy. Just create your flow. Your flow must start with when HTTP request is received, and you create a webhook, which is a bit more complex, but still doable, and then you have a flow that starts. That's a very important point in the governance. Also, you know that there is new batching constraint in Flow, throttling constraint in Flow. If you want to minimize the risk of throttling, which happen usually in production, not in dev, there are different ways to do that. Attend my session tomorrow, I will show you more. But you can batch requests. Instead of sending one request one by one, you can send them all together in one group to SharePoint. You can do that for the Microsoft Graph, and you can do that with the Common Data Service as well. So that's very, very important. More on this tomorrow. Also, I want to show you the new action here called the child flow. So, or run a child flow. So now in Flow, you can call or trigger another flow. So we have a new action, run a child flow. And this action here is standard, so you don't need a premium license. Oh, sorry. So this action, can you see it? Yes. So run a child flow, allow you to call a child flow. So you can call different type of child flow. You call a flow, you pass parameter, and the type of child flow you can call is this one. If the child flow starts with manually trigger flow, you can define parameters, and we have an action respond to Power Apps or flow. That's a new name, if you noticed that. Okay. Or you can call another type of child flow, which is a service flow when an HTTP request is received. So you can define parameter if you want in this flow, and you have a response that return the return value. Or you can also call a flow that use SharePoint list. For instance, this one will return an array of value from the get items in a SharePoint list. Okay, you can also do that. But if you want to call a child flow that use SharePoint connection, you need, that's very important, you need to specify in the run only user that you want to use the connector of the maker. Otherwise, it does not work yet. Okay, so that's a small issue. So we are reaching the end. So to the question, is Flow very easy to use and not expensive? I would say it's easy, but sometimes it requires some advanced skill. So sometimes you need to be able to call an API, which is not easy. So not everybody can do that. Sometimes you need to know, you need to master expression. So it's not always very easy. As far as I know, Flow is cheaper than anything else, but you have to be very careful. You have to understand the premium license that are available since October. They can have an impact on your customer budget. Is Flow robust enough for enterprise application? The answer is, based on my experience, yes. The engine is very robust. The engine is Logic Apps. It's very scalable. I've tested on thousands of Flow runs. So it ran 24 on 365. So that works. However, it depends on the connector that you use. So some connectors are less reliable than others. And also some connectors have different level of throttling. So it can have an impact on your application. And also it depends on your architecture. Don't forget to try and catch, to manage error that could happen in your application. This is very, very important. Also, so manage error handling and also provide a flow monitoring. Do you need to use a third-party tools instead of flow? Well, my recommendation is, yes, of course you can. It will probably be more expensive, probably. And also, my recommendation is start with flow in the first place, and your prototype might survive. Also, understand fully the Flow Power Apps new licensing model, because the Power App application that generate a team, did it work? Yes, it worked. That generate a team, call the Graph API. Calling the Graph API means your flow use premium. So if you have a Power Apps application that call a premium flow, every user needs a premium license as well. Okay? However, there is a workaround. So if you attend my session tomorrow, I will show you the different workarounds. So personally, I always define use case. I never create a flow without use case. I often define UML activity diagram. I often define RACI matrix. So RACI means responsibly assignment matrix. So where you know exactly who is responsible, who should be notified. And I define that in a SharePoint list, and my flow read that and send the notification to the appropriate person. And if you want to know more, if you want to get deeper, you can attend my session tomorrow, which is how to become a flow hero. That's Flow Advanced Part 2. Thank you very much. We don't have any more time for questions, but I will be in the hall to answer your question if you have any.